Hi everybody, welcome back to my little YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to be discussing about some of the things that I, as a diagnosed autistic adult, absolutely dread. I dread these from within my soul. I really dread them, I hate them. And the first one is phone calls. When somebody phones me, unless it's my dad or my nana, if somebody that I don't really know phones me, I will leave my phone unanswered, or I'll just look at my phone and watch it ringing and hope that the ringing eventually ends at some point. Or I put it under a pillow and hope to drown out the sound of my phone ringing. I hate when somebody phones me. I hate it. It causes me incredible anxiety. I'm not going to pick up the phone. I'm not going to answer it, especially if I don't know that the person is going to be phoning me. It's never going to happen. And then when they phoned me, I'll go onto my notifications on my phone and I'll go on to do not disturb. Please don't ever disturb me ever again in my life, in my existence. Just don't contact me again. And I'll put it on silent. And so I don't understand why somebody can't text me like a normal person. Like, just send me a text message. Just let me know, what do you want to talk about? When do you want to talk to me? What is this scenario about? I don't get it. So spontaneous or just any phone calls in general, I don't get. The next one is spontaneous visits, similar to the phone call situation. When somebody just turns up to my house and I'm not even aware that they're going to even turn up to my house, like, who is this random person turning up to my house? I had no idea that somebody was going to turn up to my house. Like, what do you want? What's the conversation that's going to be discussed? How do I have to respond? I haven't had time to pre-script my answers in return to you. Like, the whole scenario is just anxiety provoking. And so the vast majority of the time, sometimes I will, but the vast majority of the time, if somebody turns up to my house and I don't even know that they're going to in advance, I'll just be like in a corner of the room, like in a fetal position, just cowering, hoping that the whole situation's just going to go away. I hate it. Again, I don't know what's going to be discussed. What do you want from me? What's happening? What the hell's going on? I hate it. The next one is plans changing. I don't get that. If you've made a plan and that's the situation that's going to happen, why then change the plan at the last minute? I don't get it and I hate it. The next one is loud noises, and this can be like you can just be going shopping and there's like this loud motorbike that drives past and it's really loud, or you get those cars with those altered exhausts and they're just dead loud. I know some people like that. I hate it. It's like this loud, it's just like, not quiet because people are talking, but then you get this random loud noise all of a sudden that just like, it's just too much. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, why haven't they failed you on your MOT? It's ridiculous. The next one is spontaneous meetings at work, and I used to get this all the time when I worked in full-time employment by a big organisation. Spontaneous meetings, and they'd have this thing about not telling me what the meeting was about, not telling me what was going to be discussed. And so all the time I used to think that I was in trouble, like I'd done something wrong, and I used to panic, and I'd come home at night time, like there'd be an email, we need to see you in the morning at 9 a.m. and I'd come home and I'd be saying to my dad, oh my God, I'm going to be fired, I'm going to be sacked, I've done something incredibly wrong, I don't know what's happening, I've got to have this meeting. And spontaneous work meetings, spontaneous meetings with other people are just incredibly anxiety provoking to me. The next one is emails. Often when I used to be in a big organisation and I got an email, the first thing I thought was, oh my God, I've done something wrong. I've done something bad. What is happening? I'm going to be fired. My life's over. I can't pay my mortgage repayments. I'm going to lose my car. Everything's going to just go downhill because this email's come in. And that is all the thought processes that used to go through my mind when I received an email at work. And so I used to say to my managers, you need to put in the subject heading, you are not in trouble, so that I knew that the email was just like a generic email, or it was just, we just need to talk to you about your productivity or whatever. Because every time I receive emails, I have this like trauma response, and I feel like I've done something wrong and I'm going to, like, my life's over and that's it, like it's the end of it, I'm going to jail and my life's finished. And any form of, when you think about it, actually for me, any form of phone communication, text communication, email communication, I generally feel like my life's over, like I've done something really bad and that my life's just over, which I suppose there aren't, looking at it from that perspective, any other ways around that. Probably it's a me thing, not a them thing, but that's the way it is for me. That's how I feel as an autistic person. The next thing is putting my bins out. I freaking dread putting my wheelie bins. Wheelie bins in the UK are your big refuge bins, like old litter, old waste that you put out every Sunday, ready for collection on the Monday. I hate that so much, because all the time I'm thinking, when I put my wheelie bins out, I'm going to bump into a neighbour, and my neighbour's going to make small talk with me, and they're going to talk to me, and they're going to smile at me, and I have to reciprocate and make small talk to them and make the same conversation. And then if it goes beyond my pre-scripted conversation, what happens if I don't know what to say after the pre-scripted conversation, and then I just don't say anything, I just stare at them, just stare at them randomly, holding my wheelie bin like this, because they'll think I'm weird. I hate putting my wheelie bins out, and for that reason, most of the time, I will wait until later on in the evening or at night time till it goes dark, and then I'll like secretly, like James Bond, put my wheelie bin out. The next one is interaction in general with other people, with other fellow human beings, just any form of, social interaction I just don't like, because it's draining. I'm having to put a mask on, and I just can do without it, to be honest. The next one is being interrupted when I'm doing a task. A prime example of this is I went into a gaming store today. I love my dad to bits, but he came in with me, and I was looking at the games. I was thinking, that one looks good, that one looks good, this one looks really good, this post-apocalyptic game, an alien game, a horror game, all these different games. And my dad's going on and on and on about this car that he wants to buy. And I said to him, you know what, Dad, I'm not being funny, but I'm trying to concentrate on the task at hand, choosing a game, and you're just going on about a Peugeot car that you want to buy, and I can't concentrate. And when people interrupt you, when you're in thought and you're trying to preoccupy and focus on a specific subject, it can be really annoying. The next one is when, this one really bloody annoys me, so sorry for swearing, really annoys me, when you're watching a movie, you put a really good movie on, like I'm so into The Last of Us at the moment, you put something on and you might be watching it with somebody else, and you're watching it and you're like glued to the movie, you're like, oh my god, bloody Joel's died or whatever on the movie, on the series. And then you get the next person talking and talking and talking and talking about who's that actor, how do you know that actor, where's that song, where do I remember that song from, like where's that been filmed in, I think it's been filmed in California. Like, I don't care where the film's been filmed, I don't care what song is on, I don't care what the actor's called, I just want to watch the movie. Like, stop talking, just stop talking, just stop, just be quiet, just gag yourself, don't talk, just don't exist for 3 hours until I've watched the whole series, and then you can reanimate yourself. That really bugs me. The next one is people that eat loudly, like people that eat with their mouth open, especially if you're doing something, like you're studying something, or you're preoccupied with something, or you're watching a film or whatever, and then you get somebody who's like, it's like, can you just learn to eat more quietly, because it's so distracting to me that I can't concentrate on anything but your gob. The next thing is making small talk at work. I've done it in the past, nobody cares. The vast majority of people don't care. Maybe it's just a me thing and not a them thing. When people say, oh, how are you? Have you had a nice weekend? Nobody really cares. Let's cut to the chase. Let's stop all that small talk. Let's just get on with our day because no one really cares. The next one is going to a supermarket and bumping into somebody you know. That person that just, hi, how are you? How's everything been? How's your mum? How's your dad? How's your family? How are your periods? You know, nobody, I don't care. Don't talk to me. I'm here to do my groceries. I just need to get my groceries. I'm here to do my grocery shopping. I'm not here to make small talk with somebody. And also, it's none of your business. Please don't talk to me. Please let me just get on with my day-to-day existence. It's hard enough as it is, feeling really incredibly shaky with anxiety and feeling like I'm crap most of the time. I don't need somebody coming into my existence when I'm grocery shopping to ask me about how my existence is. Please just walk away and leave me alone and let me buy my corn on the cob. The next one is the last one. I'll make this the last one. Is Joel dying on The Last of Us. Now I'm obsessed with The Last of Us on PlayStation, on PS5, and I'm incredibly upset that PS5, that the makers of The Last of Us did this to me. The Naughty Dog Corporation on PS5 allowed Joel to die. I'm incredibly upset by that, and I'm going to hold a grudge, and I'm going to hold a grudge for the next 10 years.